So hi everyone, I want to thank you guys so very much for signing up for the face mask making class. Awesome, I'm so excited to have you guys on board. Now, my name is Gellis, as you know, and this is Infinite Modesty Design. So what we'll do on that day, we'll introduce ourselves better on that day. Of course, you'll get to know more about me, I'll get to know about you. Awesome, okay? So what I want you to do right now itself is to click the link in the description below and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also request to join our private Facebook group. Okay, so in Facebook group I do put all the information there as well for the face mask. Good stuff. So the face mask we'll be making today is one of the two, so either a nursing face mask, yeah, or a fabulous regular face mask. This one is really fabulous. Anyway, so one of the two. So what we're gonna go ahead and do right now is get started with the cutting, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, so we're gonna start first with making the preparation for a nursing face mask. Okay, so that's it. All right, so what you would need here is scraps of fabric at home, right? So what we go ahead and do, we are gonna go ahead and just measure the fabric. So, all right, and first, before I even go further, you want to get your fabric, your tape measurement, all right, your scissors, chalk, or pencil could do. If possible, you have a rotary mat and a rotary cutter, that's fine. If not, you don't have this is not mandatory. I'm going to be using it to cut, but it's not mandatory. But these here, you want to at least have a ruler. These things I want you to have. All right, so you want to have pins, pin cushion. If possible, you have a seam ripper. It's not mandatory because we're going to take our time to make sure we don't make mistake. All right, so pins, you need pins for sure. And if you have pin cushion, if you don't have, a sponge would do. And if you're using needle and thread, you definitely want at least 6 needle threaded. I like to have at least 6, even though you may not use all that. You want to have at least 6 needle threaded, okay, if you're using needle and thread. All right, now of course you want to have your sewing machine and just ensure that you are able to run a straight stitch and able to sew at least a basic stitch on the sewing machine. Good. All right, so let's get started. So we are going to be measuring. So for the face mask, you need 9 by 8. So I just get a piece of fabric here. This is the right side. I'm going to mark on the wrong side itself for you. So 9 inches here. So just go 9 inches here. So 9 inches, right? And I'm just going to go maybe 9 inches up here, right? 9 inches. And then I'll measure 8 inches up now. So I'm just going to measure 8 inches from here to here. Right, just 8 inches from the middle part again, and 8 inches from just the edge of the 9 inches here. All right, good stuff. So I'm gonna just cut my 8 inches here. Okay, and just gonna measure to make sure I have my exact 8 inches up. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, and then you're supposed to be 9 inches across, right? Good. And then we're just gonna do a little mark. So that's why you need your pencil or something there. And then you want to cut out 2 of this, okay? Okay. So what I would say, so basically we have 9 by 8, right? That's it. And then you want to get another piece. You could go ahead and use the same thing, but because it's a face mask and you have to breathe, I'm also a nurse if you don't know. The reason why I'm saying that, because most people is actually, you know, do I want the filter? Do I want this? Do I want that? You could, but I just want to make something light so you could actually breathe. You know what I mean? Because I know how hard it is if you can't breathe, trust me. So I'm just gonna do 2, 1 heavy, so this is a little bit heavy, and this is a light piece so you could actually breathe. So I'm just gonna cut another one over it. That's all. I don't like to make it too heavy because heavy you can't even breathe in it. So many fabric on your face, it's not good. So if you could get a light piece of fabric, good. If you cannot, don't worry about it. Just make this first one, and then you could always look for some other fabric some other time. That's perfectly fine. You want to also you could try one with 2 heavy fabric, that's fine. Okay, so the first part is done. All right, so we have one piece. Again, if you can't find a light piece of fabric, that's fine. Just make sure you have two for this. Good stuff. So we're gonna put this aside. The next thing we want to do here is to cut our string. So I am gonna cut, and our string, you want 4 pieces, right? So you want 1, 2, 3, 4. That's if you're using string. If you're using elastic, you want 2 pieces of elastic, and it's 7 inches in length. Okay, so if it's elastic you're using, get 2 pieces of elastic 7 inches in length. If you're not using elastic, you're just using string, we're gonna be measuring our string now. So for the string, it's about 16 inches up. So I'm just gonna measure 16 inches up here, and I'm gonna mark. That's the length, and then the width now is 2. So I'm just gonna go up here 2 inches for the width at my 16 inches mark. All right, so 2 inches, and you want 4 pieces. Okay, that's it. Then I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm going to join it here. Join on my 16 inches on my 2-inch mark up to 16 inches. That's it. All right, so this here, just making sure that this end is 16 inches as well. So once you cut that out, so 16 inches right here. Good stuff. And I mark it. This time I'm going to use my rotary cutter just to cut it out. So you don't have to have your rotary cutter. I'm just going to use it here to slice it out. Okay, this one is a little bit dull, but when you have a really sharp one, it just goes quick. All right. Okay. So this one is very dull. I've been using it, so I need to get a new blade. But it's actually pretty cool. When it's sharpened, it's make life easy. Very, very easy. Okay. All right, so this is 16 inches up by 2 inches. You want 4 pieces, okay? 4 pieces. So just go ahead and cut 4 pieces. So I have my 4 pieces here. I'm just gonna show you how you prepare them. So I want you to prepare them before the class. So whether you're doing a nursing face mask or you're doing a regular face mask, and you want string, is the same exact method. So see, I have my string here, right? The next thing you wanna do here is bend it in half and iron it down. So go to the ironing board. Right, and iron it down in half. Iron it down really nice and pretty. Once you iron it in half, it would look like this here. All right, so you iron it down like this, so it would look really nice and pretty ironed down. All right, you iron it down in half. Okay, so once you iron it down in half, it's like this. Now, once you iron it down in half, the next step you want to do here now, so it's ironed down in half, right? This is your half here. Then you want to take this half and bring it down to the middle part and iron it down. So iron this half down. Okay? Once you're done that, then you're going to take this half now and iron it down. Okay? So once you iron it down, so it's gonna come down to the middle part. Once you iron it down, it will look exactly like this. See? So don't mind the roughness, but it's like this. And then you would iron it down again like this. Okay? So iron it in half, right? Then iron it down one end like this. Then iron it down like this again. And then you're gonna bring it down together like this. So once you have it together like this, you can put some pins in the end just to make sure it's stabilized nicely. Take some pins and you just shove some pins here. And if you're using needle and thread now, you would sew it down. All right? So just put some pins to kind of keep it down. If you're using needle and thread, you sew it down. If not, you would go ahead and, so you put some pin here, but you have to work the ends first. So once you put pin here to stabilize it here, so one end is gonna be raw and the other end here, what we'll do with this end, so I have one here. So you're just gonna do it like this. Just bend it down like that. So touch here. right? And you're gonna sew it down, okay? Just one end. You're leaving the other end just like that. So this end, you're just gonna sew it down like this. So I'm telling you this, guys, because I want you to prepare it before the class, okay? Once you sew it down like this, you could do, I did it with just needle and thread. So needle and thread here or machine, just sew it down, and then you turn. Once you sew it down, see? Then you turn it like this, okay? So once you turn it right like this, you remember it's already iron, right? You just kind of tuck it in like this, all right? You're tucking it in. You put your pin, maybe just put 1 or 2 pins. All right. And then you go on the ironing board now, or you take your needle and your thread. So you could pin it down nicely down. Go on your ironing board now and sew it down. So you're gonna sew it down from here, right? All down to here. So you see one end you have it nice and closed in, and the other end you have it raw like that. Just keep in mind of that, okay? So that's what I want you to do. You have to do this now before the class, because I want, if you're doing strings, if you're not doing strings, no worries, you're just doing elastic, just get 2 pieces of elastic 7 inches in length, okay? So, and this also works for the other face mask as well, so I wouldn't explain this again. If you're doing the other face mask and you're using strings, it's the same method. And you want 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, okay? So do everything the same exact way I've just put it to you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good? All right, so we are done with that face mask. The next one we're gonna be doing now is the regular face mask. All right, so we'll be doing the face mask. So you could print it out. When you print it out, you cut it around. So we're gonna do this. And the fabric you will get is just scraps, to be honest with you. We need 2 pieces of each. So you could just get 2 pieces of fabric. I have 13 by 9 inch, right? 13 by 9 inch, 2 pieces of fabric. So basically just 13 by 9 inch, 2 pieces of fabric, which is 13 by 9 inch. Or you could just fold a piece of fabric, fold a piece of material, and just, that's it. So here now, I just got 2 pieces of fabric here, right? So it's okay, it's 2 here. And I'm gonna just put it over here, because I want 4 pieces, right? So I fold it in half, so 1, 2, and then 3, 4. Done. I put my thing here. I'm just gonna put some pins on it just to keep it down, and I cut it out. So I could use my rotary cutter. Hopefully everything is nice. So when you're using a rotary cutter, you have to be very careful though. But sometimes it does make life easier. So I just put my scissors here. I'm just gonna slice everything out. There you go. All right, so that one is straight, and then I'll use my scissors here now just to cut the rest. So you just have to put pin to kind of keep it down, right, to make sure you get everything nice and level. That's it. Just one good pair of scissors, that's all. Okay, done, finish. See? So I have my 4 pieces of fabric. 1, 2, 3, 4. This actually, it's really thin, but it's 4 pieces of fabric. It's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all you need for this one. All right, and then of course, if you are doing cord string again, follow the same step I showed you. Get 4 pieces here for the cord string. All right, and if you are using elastic, then you want 6.5 inches for the elastic. That's pretty much it. Okay, so make sure that you have all your information. You have an iron, of course, close by, because we do want to make sure that you iron your face mask as you go along, once you will be doing it live with me. And make sure you prepare your cord string if you're using cord string, okay? All right, awesome. So definitely, I would see you on the day of class. Once again, my name is Gellis, and this is Infinite Modesty Design, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.